Don't forget, this is a court of law. If there's another outburst, I'll have the room cleared. As for you, Mr. Willard, another such emotional display from the defense, and I'll have contempt charges brought against you. Now you may continue with your summation.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I'm carried away, it's because the lives of 3 fine citizens of Kendall, the Shipley brothers. The lives of Neil, of Bert, and of young Tom Shipley are at stake. They are accused of the murder of 2 Indians, a murder they did not commit. In fact, murder hasn't even been proven.
Order! At the moment, this is a courtroom, not a saloon. You'll permit the defense to finish. Continue, Mr. Willard.
The fact that an Indian female's testimony regarding the identification of one of the victims was permitted in this court is a shame and a shadow over this entire territory. The white men of the West cannot and will not recognize the testimony of those Indians who slaughtered, massacred, and ambushed our parents. Indians whose savagery made the soil of this territory red with the blood of our fathers. Gentlemen, if you convict the Shipley brothers, you'll betray those pioneers who fought and died to save this land. You cannot, you must not, you will not condemn Neil, Bert, and Tom Shipley.
Mr. Willard, I have ridden this territory for 10 years. I've seen wild dogs, wolves, and crazed horses, but I have never seen anything like this. When this is finished, I intend to press for your disbarment.
That judge, he must be chief of the tribe.
Mr. Prosecutor, do you have any final words?
Nothing further.
Gentlemen of the jury, you have heard the evidence. The defendants, Neil Shipley, Bert Shipley, and Tom Shipley, have been charged with the crime of violently and illegally taking the law into their own hands. An act which resulted in the lynching and death of 2 Indians, Nahama Obi and Natuna Hoyt. Now, gentlemen, I direct you to remember, with a sense of guilt, if necessary, that white men charged with a crime committed against the person of an Indian have been freed in this court again and again, when the evidence put before the jury was no less incontestable than it has been during this trial. That's all I have to say to you. You will now retire until such time as you can bring in a verdict of guilty or not guilty.
We've reached a verdict, Your Honor.
Not guilty.
Gentlemen, I hope you can sleep tonight.
Dismissed. Bar's open, boys. And the first drink is on the house in honor of the Shipley.
Let's drink, boy.
Excuse me, mister. I'm Frank Matt. Just bought the ham and spread, and I'm looking for the line agent. You around?
The ham and spread?
That's That's right.
Well, that's him, Jeb Cantrell. Come on, I'll introduce you.
Thanks.
Oh, Jeb. Jeb, this is Frank Madden. He's the one who bought the Hammond spread.
Oh, yes, that's the deal went through the bank in Oklahoma City. Well, welcome to Kendall, Mr. Madden.
Thanks. I'd like to get the deed registered.
You want to settle here, Mr. Madden? Did you see what just happened in there?
Oh, this is my daughter, Catherine, Mr. Madden. She gets a little upset when she discovers that the world is different than in books.
Well, that's a fact, miss. It is a whole lot different.
I'm sure you'll fit in perfectly in Kendall, Mr. Madden.
Catherine.
We get the deed registered now?
I've been all week to feel it good. Oh, this kid brought us something, ain't he, Neil?
How about that deed, Mr. Cantrell?
Oh, yes, of course, Mr. Madden. Come on over to the office.
You're very anxious, Mr. Madden. Why? You feel at home already?
Come on, Mr. Madden.
Thanks for waiting, Charlie.
I know maybe you want to talk.
They're celebrating.
We grieve. We weep without sound.
Weeping and celebrating. That can bring trouble tonight. Talk to your young men, Charlie. I don't want any trouble.
I talk, yes. Only I do not think young men want to hear words I speak.
Hey, give me mine, Pete. It'll stop the whiskey tighter.
Boy, that judge really told you boys off.
Now, brother Neil. Hey, Neil. This lady's cold and lonesome.
Yes, she is.
Ain't he something? Come on, I'll buy you another drink.
You're gonna get stinking drunk, aren't you?
Oh, no, Nora.
And then you'll go to Indian Town, won't you?
What are you talking about?
Never said nothing about going down there, did I, Tom?
That's right, Nora.
I've got a how coming to me, that's all. Victory celebration. Man's wife oughtn't to deny him a mite of whiskey. It was a dry trial. A dry trial, ain't that so, Tom? Yeah, it was a dry trial.
You are going to stay out of Indian Town, aren't you, Bert?
Well, just because I look at a girl. I do as you say, you know that. Always do like you say, Neil.
I'm setting them up, gents. Who's joining me?
That's it. Yeah.
Your full name, please.
Frank Madden.
Age and last permanent address.
32, Pike County, Kansas.
Race, white. Do you own any other property in the territory?
No, this is the first thing I ever owned.
Sign your full name, please, on the bottom line.
It'll take maybe 5 weeks before you get a copy of the deed transfer, Mr. Madden.
I'll be here.
You know, you settlers ought to be welcomed proper, so how about having supper with us at 7 tonight?
Well, I don't want to cause anyone any trouble.
Trouble?
It won't be any trouble, Mr. Madden. It's not right no one welcoming you. I mean, we do have manners. We're not all rude. Please come. Ours is the yellow house at the end of the street.
Well, thanks. I'll be there.
Finished in there?
Yep.
Jeb tell you about the land on either side of the Hammond spread?
No.
The Shipley brothers. They own it.
Always glad to have neighbors. I'll treat them as good as they treat me.
You can still call the deal off.
I want land of my own, mister. I got a real hunger for it.
For land? You ought to hear them Indians talk about it. There's a real hunger. Come on, buy you a drink. Whiskey. Whiskey for Mr. Madden, too.
Didn't know you were in the habit of buying a man whiskey.
Couple of things you still don't know.
What I've been telling you, Tom. You don't want to go mixing with the law here.
I ain't afraid to mix with any man in this room. And I'd welcome the chance to prove it.
Quiet down, Tom. You got to understand the sheriff here is just a little peeved at the trial not going his way. Now, isn't that so, Jim?
There's a couple of things you don't know about either.
We know one thing about you, Dixon. We know where you stand when it comes to taking the side of a bunch of trespassing Indians.
Any act that kicks down the law, I'm against. Whether it's trespassing or murder.
Are you accusing anybody of murder, Mr. Dixon?
My job ends with arresting a man, not with judging him.
There's a couple of men off that jury in this room. You find anything wrong with the way they judged?
That's for them to decide, not me.
Well, they decided. They say any time an Indian trespasses on our land, we got a right to protect ourselves and our property. In fact, we're obliged to. Right, boys?
We got a duty to protect ourselves.
How do you feel, mister?
I feel fine.
Well, you can feel a lot better, mister, if you'll tell us where you stand.
Trespassing's against the law, that's for sure. As for anything else, all I'm interested in is breeding horses and raising prime beef. I'm not interested in anything else at all. Thanks for the drink.
Civilization's coming in fast. Railroad will be sending a spur through Kendall pretty soon. You'll be sure right when you pick Kendall, Mr. Madden.
I hope so.
In the winters, you don't freeze. There's rain without praying. And enough open range for a man to move around in.
That's all I want.
I should like to show you the Hammond spread in the morning, Mr. Madden.
Let's start calling my land the Madden spread. It helps a man feel secure.
There's your security, Mr. Madden. The Shipleys are tuning up for their victory celebration. Would you like to see what passes for fun in Kendall?
Shooting Indian Town!
Why do people let them keep on like this? Why? Those Indians who took their
You
land...
feel guilty, Miss Catherine?
I'm not guilty. I feel ashamed. Nobody does anything about it. They pretend they don't notice anything. Yes. Yes, I do feel guilty. And I want somebody to do something. Somebody to feel the way I do.
You're asking for an awful lot.
You're a stranger to this town, Mr. Madden. Maybe I am asking too much. But I hope, I dream that someone will come and open their eyes. That somebody will do something.
You think a lot of those Indians, don't you? Why?
One of them that the Shipleys lynched. We played together when we were children. I played with the others, too, ate in their houses. You don't think of differences when you're small. Indian or no matter what they are. So, why should you think of them when you're grown up? They're still your friends, and it hurts to see your friends treated that way. It's almost as if they were doing it to you.
Keep him inside. It is near dark. Tonight we must keep our sons at home. We have had enough of trouble. It is glass, Nada. Only glass.
Let me go! Let me go!
They will kill you, too.
All right, gentlemen of the jury. The turkey shoot's finished for tonight. Go on home.
Tiny? I ain't gonna hurt you, Tiny. Just want to talk to you, that's all.
Tom, head for home. You've done enough howling for one night. Where's Bert?
Listen, I ain't gonna stand out here all night. Now, you open up in there. You don't have to lock your door on me, Tiny. You don't have to be afraid of me.
Get away. Get away from me.
All the times I see you walking on the street, I don't know what to do. I'll treat you nice and gentle. Oh, listen, you dumb squaw. Don't you understand? I gotta have you.
I'd have known what you'd be doing. You forgetting your mother and father were massacred by Indians? Picking up Indian trash.
I am not trash.
I wasn't doing anything, Neil. Just having fun, that's all.
Get out. Get home.
I don't want to go. I mean, you're not gonna hurt her, Neil. can't blame me. You get lonely. Well, Nora, she ain't kind.
Get home. Stay away from this Indian squaw.
I'm not trash.
There it is. The Madden spread. That's the house down below.
Man's got to belong somewhere, to some place. Somebody's running cattle on my land.
That's right, Mr. Madden. They belong to the Shipleys.
Where are my boundaries?
On the south, you run to the river junction. And on the west to Cherokee Wash. You run as far north as Devil Mountain. And on the east, 1 mile beyond the Hanging Tree.
Hanging Tree?
They lynched those Indians on your land. First they hung them and then they shot them.
That had nothing to do with me.
One of those Indians was a young girl, Natuna. I knew her very well, and she'd just been married to a young man, Tokala. He's disappeared and nobody knows where. I keep wondering, what will Tokala do when he returns?
Who can figure an Indian?
Those Indians. They weren't even trespassing on Shipley land. Just land the Shipleys took over for their own use.
Now you're talking like those Indians are my concern. As if I were obligated to them because they were hung on my land. What are you trying to get me into?
I was hoping you'd help if you saw.
Why? Answer me, why? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Buy a ranch from a bankside unseen, and this is what you get.
Put up some curtains and plant some flowers in the yard.
Like some nails to hold it together is first in line. Well, new hinges, glass, and planking.
Hello, Madden. I thought we'd be neighborly. Anything we can do to help?
Just you let us know.
Anything to help a neighbor, Mr. Madden.
Those your cattle grazing over there?
That's right.
They're on my land.
And them cattle got a mind of their own. We'll have to get them back one of these days.
Get them off now. Beginning tomorrow, I'm fencing the north section of this land.
I told you we should have bought this strip years ago.
Well, we've been using it that long without payment. Anyway, I never saw a fence put up that couldn't be cut down.
That's about all the barbed wire I got in hand. If you want me to, I can order some more.
You better order it.
Mighty anxious to get that spread of yours wired.
Well, good fences make good neighbors, Mr. Creel.
That's right. Laney, give Mr. Madden a hand with that wire.
Up.
He ain't wasting no time on that fence.
He needs reforming real bad.
That's right. After all, brothers, what kind of a man would help an Indian load a wagon?
Up.
What'd you do that for?
You saw the way he butted Bert, didn't you?
It was an accident.
Should have apologized then.
You might have given him a chance.
You're not taking an Indian side, are you, Mr. Madden?
I don't take anybody's side.
Then you disappoint us, Mr. Madden. Don't he, boys?
He sure is an Indian lover after all.
Care to make a complaint? Can't guarantee to find a jury that'll convict them, though.
What'd they hit me with?
A big surprise in fist.
Small town, big surprises.
Ain't it, though? Ain't it?
Somebody help me load this wire. I can go fence my property.
Well, come on. Let's help the man.
What do you want?
I am Taini. I have brought you something. Medicine. It is the kind my people use. It will heal your
Keep
wound.
that filthy Indian stuff away from me.
Do not be angry, Mr. Madden. I saw the beating you took yesterday defending Kaleni.
I wasn't defending anybody, only myself.
Kaleni is my brother. I want to thank you. It is good to have friends to protect you. It is something everyone needs.
What?
It is not only Kaleni who needs friends, Mr. Madden. I, too.
What do people want of me? Am I supposed to protect everybody?
What's she doing here?
Visiting. What are you gonna do? Hang her?
Anybody's neck can turn red from a hanging, mister.
Get off my ranch. I got work to do.
And I'll make sure it's your neck, mister, if I catch her hanging around here again.
That's enough, Bert. Don't ever let me catch you hanging around any white man. Now get out of here.
What do you want to do that for?
Why not?
You didn't have to hit her, Neil.
Get on your horse.
Bring up those poles. We haven't got all day. Hey, where you going with my horse? Said, where are you going with my horse?
Is this how Neola greets his grandfather?
I'm Madden, Frank Madden.
I'm still your grandfather. I was only going to water the horse.
Come on inside, we'll talk there. Come inside.
No. We speak here. Not in white man's hut. We speak as we are, as Indian.
I'm no longer Indian.
Oh, yes, you are. Your father was the white hunter. Did you know him? Did he raise you? No. He left my daughter before the child was born. Even he knew the child would be Indian.
Go away. Go away and leave me alone.
Neola, give it up. Go back with your own people.
You're forgetting I'm half white.
You are proud of it? See how it leaves a trail for an old Cherokee to follow.
I do not want to speak in anger, Matera.
I ride, I walk, I ask, looking for my grandson. It is easy to follow, even though it is long. He is amongst the white man, and he is careless, like the hunter who abandoned your mother.
You know why I left? For land. For a ranch of my own. You know an Indian can't own land. They took all the good land away from us and gave us back nothing but the desert and the rocks from the mountains. And it killed my mother and left me rotting in the sun on a reservation.
But amongst your own people...
But without anything of my own. You know how I got this land? How I got the money for it? By sweating on the railroads. I froze punching cattle. I gambled to get more. I went hungry to hold on to it, and sometimes I had to use my gun to keep it, but I got it. This ranch is mine, Matera, and I'm not giving it up.
Still, they beat you, don't they? In Kendall, I see you lying in the streets, beaten. You see, you are an Indian, Neola.
I'm not Neola. I'm Madden, Frank Madden, and they believe it.
But they will abandon you. They will murder you and take away your land.
Only if they find out.
If not you, then another. You will have to stand by. Maybe help in the murder of another Indian.
Get off of my land.
Already you are driving Indians away.
I just can't take a chance of having you around. Don't you understand?
It's lonely trying to be something that you are not, isn't it? Give up the lie, Neola.
No!
Why don't you try to buy me off with whiskey? or trinkets, or cheap cotton calico. That's how the white man buys peace.
You took care of me when I was a child, Matera. You taught me. I don't want to do this to you, but you've got to go away.
I am old. There is no place for me to go.
Stop it!
You are the last of my kin. I will stay. I will be servant for you. No one will think that I am your grandfather. All white men have an Indian servant to cook, to clean the house, to chop the wood. Mr. Madden.
You stupid old Indian.
Drop it or I'll put the next one through you. Get those hands up.
Shipley, it is Tokala behind you, and I will kill you like you killed my wife.
I'm no Shipley.
Who are you?
Frank Madden. I own this land.
Your land. The Shipleys use this land.
Not anymore, they don't. Belongs to me.
You lie.
Get up.
Shoot. What difference does it make if I'm standing up or in the dust? I'm Indian.
Get up!
Shoot. It is proper under the tree on which my wife died.
I don't know you. I never saw you. I never want to see you. Now get out. Get as far away from here as you can get.
Looks like that fella's planning on fencing the whole territory.
Don't make no sense when 6 feet's liable to be all he'll need.
That's all I got, Mr. Madden.
That ought to hold me for a while.
That's work. Come on, I'll take you to a drink.
All right.
Laney tells me you got an old Indian fella up at the ranch.
Yeah, he's cooking for me.
Have to watch him. Not that I got anything against the Indians. Fact is, I like them. Only they ought to learn a little more cleanliness. Now, whoa there, Mr. Madden. You sure got a long stride.
Neil and Bert could take care of Madden easy. The way he's loading up wire. Now, if your brothers were around...
Meaning what? You think I'm scared? You think I...
Oh, now, Tom, take it easy. All I meant was if they was around.
2 whiskeys.
There's a stink in this place, bartender. From here to next to where Mr. Creel is.
You know, when that boy starts drinking, he's wild. Sometimes I think he's the worst of them. Maybe we ought to leave.
I said there was a stink in this place.
Tom, you're drunk.
What's the matter? Hasn't your friend got the guts to speak for himself?
You're in my way.
Looks like you're gonna have to walk around then.
Look, I don't want any trouble with you, youngster.
Well, you got it! Madden! Turn around, Madden! Do you hear me? Turn around! Do you hear me? Turn around, Madden! Madden!
Mr. Madden. Come inside. He was ready to kill you.
Was he?
If not for the other people out there. What happened?
I hit him.
I was frightened. I still am. Just come from your ranch.
My place? Why?
The deed of transfer from your land came through. Needs your signature. I thought I'd bring it out to you.
Who told you I was there in town?
The old man. I didn't know you had another Indian out there.
He works for me.
No one else around here would take an Indian into his house.
They come cheap, and this one's a bargain. What do I sign?
The bottom line, last page. Why do you talk one way and act another?
What?
You don't have to be afraid of your feelings. You weren't afraid outside just now. Maybe with the other people you have to hide your feelings. Not with me. I feel the same way. You're not fooling anyone, Mr. Madden. I asked the old man how you treated him. And he said you were kind.
A lady came. Did you see her?
I saw her.
She asked...
I know.
I tried to help with your new friends, but I am mixed up.
What?
Kalani brings word. Today you hit a white man. So, who are your people? Where do you belong? Where?
Don't be scared. I had to come. I had to see you.
Go away.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not like Neil. He shouldn't have hit you, Tiny. I told him that later. I could have killed him when he hit you. I brought you something. It's all right now, isn't it? Look, see how pretty it is. Look.
Give it back to your wife.
I'll buy you something else. Just you tell me what you want. I'll buy it, anything. I want to make out for Neil. Listen, I'm not a pig. I'm not an animal.
You grab at me like one?
You forced me to do it, that's why. Have you been seeing Madden?
That's my business.
I'll kill him if he gets anywhere near you. Help me, Tiny. I'm in the middle. Neil on one side, my wife on the other. And I'm not supposed to feel this way about us. About you. Help me, Tiny. There was someone in here, wasn't there? Who? Was it Madden? He was in here, wasn't he?
No, please don't.
I swear I'm gonna kill him.
Pull up. Who's that? I don't pull up for no Indian. You crazy?
You know who I am?
Don't let me find out.
I am Tokala.
Tokala?
You murdered my wife.
That's a lie. Look, Neil, Bert and Neil, they were the ones. I didn't.
3 Shipleys were at the tree.
Somebody lied. Because it was my 2 brothers. They are the... You gotta believe me. Bert and Neil killed her. Bert! Neil!
When you turn around, Madden, we're going to kill you.
Why, wait. In the back, like he gave it a Tom.
Turn, Madden.
That's enough. My deputy's with me, Neil. Toss those guns down.
He killed Tom.
What?
Last night, shot him in the back.
You're crazy.
Walk around the corner. Let us handle it.
Leave it alone. Pick him up, Sam. The law will judge him. You've done enough taking things in your own hands. We've got a reckoning coming over that. But I'm willing to be patient because right now ain't the time. Now get out of here.
Nothing's ever keep us from getting you, mister. Nothing at all.
Come on, Madden.
They're crazy, Dixon. I don't know what they're talking about.
Till I find out what happened, you'll be a lot safer in jail. Come on.
Pull the gun and ride in the back. Never gave my brother a chance.
A kid, just 20 years old. Had us shot Madden down on the street, sheriff or no sheriff.
Come on, bartender, forward.
I ain't trying to mix in, but, well, nobody saw Madden do it.
You know anyone else had a reason for killing my brother? A kid. Everybody liked him. He'd give you his shirt right off his back if you asked him for it. Ain't that right?
Right. Drinks anytime. Oh, he was a good spender. That's for sure.
Madden hit that boy yesterday, didn't he?
And he told Tom he's gonna fence us off in that creek.
Threatened him?
And he picked up with that Indian kid Kalini like he's spitting on us.
Sure.
Fact is, he hired another Indian, an old man.
Yeah, pays Indians with our money. Then shoots one of us in the back.
He's lower than a dog.
I wouldn't stand for it, not me.
Oh, shooting a kid like that.
Dixon. Dixon! You hear what's going on out there? I'm not gonna have a chance cooped up in here. You've got to let me go.
How far do you think you'll get?
I don't know.
Listen, Madden. Tom Shipley was killed and his body was found on your land.
I've told you that I didn't do it, that I don't know anything about it.
There's nothing I can do till they bring his body in. In the meantime, I send my deputy to Hackettsville for some help.
If they don't get back in time, then what happens?
Well, I guess the sooner the trial begins, the sooner everything will be all right.
You hear that? Put our trust in the judge, that's what he means.
The way that judge is soft on Indians. You think he's gonna hang a man who sticks up for him?
Gentlemen of the jury, you can't hang this man. He gives them Indians work. He's their great white father.
In this case, justice sure is blind.
Well, there's one way to make old Justice see. Make her eyes pop out.
A short rope and a long ride.
He's safe and sound in jail. Let's bust it down.
How'd you like it if it was your brother?
Fill him up, bartender.
Let's bust it down.
What is it? What's happening?
No, it's none of your business. You keep out of it.
Out of what?
Well, it's Madden. They've got him in jail. And those lunatics out there like crazy animals.
For what?
For the murder of Tom Shipley, that's what. All the dirty, ignorant jackasses of this county are drinking in that saloon with the Shipleys. You can't tell what might happen if they... Catherine! Catherine!
You can't hold him. He didn't do it. He couldn't murder Tom Shipley.
You sure?
I know Frank Madden.
You know where he was last night? But you've got a feeling about it, is that it?
Yes.
So have I, Catherine. So have I. And so have they outside. That's the trouble. It's a battle of feelings. Good ones, bad ones, mixed up ones. And they're all running high.
There's going to be trouble. The people are in the street and the Shipleys are in the saloon.
So?
Let him go. Let him get out of here.
Sorry. This is where we both belong. The law has feelings, too. You want to see him?
Please. Frank,
I've been hearing people outside getting together. Well, it makes a funny noise, like a snarl. Still pretty far away, but creeping.
Shipleys, they're in the saloon talking and drinking.
You'd better leave. You might get hurt. Now get out.
No.
She's gonna be drunk, all liquored up. A mob's got no brains. They go crazy.
No, I want to tell you something.
You tell it to me later.
There may not be any later. I want to tell you now. I've got to tell you because I'm afraid something's going to happen.
Dixon, will you get her out of here?
Frank, listen, please.
Where is he?
We
told you to
bring him out.
We have to burn down the jail to get him out.
No one's burning down any jail.
All right. Then bring Madden out. We want him. We got nothing to do with you.
Madden's been arrested right and proper. And I intend to see he gets a trial right and proper.
Listen, we'll take him ourselves. He killed my brother.
You take one unlawful step and you'll get a blast. Go on home now. And let the court decide a man's guilt or innocence.
It's already been decided, Sheriff. There's your verdict.
Go on inside. Get back. Quick. You'll regret this. Yeah, you're wrong, mister.
him a chance at least. Give him a chance.
Yeah, like he gave Tom.
There he is.
Let him go! Let him go!
Attack my rope on him. I didn't kill him. I didn't kill your brother.
Shut up! Where were you last night?
On my ranch. Prove it. I didn't kill him. I swear I did.
You're a liar.
Give me that rope. Get him around him. I just came to town. Whoa, I don't want to start any trouble. Why?
Give him a Bible, I'll bet he'd swear on it. Innocent as a lamb. Under the tree, they always yell they're innocent.
Now we'll lay him down to sleep in a hole 6 feet deep.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Bert! Catherine, get out of here. Go on home. You're in our way.
To do what? To murder him? To kill him in the name of justice? You're a mob. You're not justice. A drunken, crazy mob.
No one gave you any right to take the law into your own hands. And besides, it isn't the law you're taking. It's hate. Hate.
And who gave Madden the right to kill Tom Shipley?
How do you know he killed him? Anybody see him? You got any proof? At least give him a fair trial. Find out.
Please listen to me. Listen to me. It's not him you'd be lynching.
It's love, boys. It's love.
Yes, it's love. I do love him. But it doesn't mean a man's guilty because a woman loves him.
And it doesn't mean he's innocent either.
Come on, get him out of here.
You have the wrong man. Madden did not kill your brother. Ask me why, Mr. Shipley. Ask me why.
You stay out of this. This is none of your business.
Why couldn't Madden have done it?
Because Madden was with me last night.
All night?
All night.
Let Madden go. I said let him go.
Go on back to your homes. Go on.
Bert! Bert! Get your horse and meet me outside of town. Catherine, I'd like to see Catherine.
I don't know, Madden. Maybe a little later.
I want to see her now. Why'd you go away? Was it because of what Tiny said?
Please, Frank, I don't want to talk about it. You're alive, and I'm relieved that nothing dreadful happened.
What you said about me out there.
That's unimportant. A man's been saved from a drunken mob. That's what I want to be glad about. Always talked about justice and principles, and they've been vindicated.
You're not answering me.
Please, Frank, I'm trying not to hate
Tiny
anybody.
lied.
Shouldn't hate anybody.
Will you listen to me? She lied. Tiny lied.
Did she? Everybody else believed her.
And you do too, don't you?
Yes.
I didn't expect you to.
All right. So I'm weak. I can feel jealousy and shame and hate like any other woman. I'm weak. And all the principles in the world.
But she wasn't telling the truth.
How could you do it to me? I stood there shouting how much I loved you, and all the time you... If it had been any other woman in town, I wouldn't feel so cheap and humiliated. But that squaw...
Is that what you really think?
Get out! Get out!
I don't belong here anyway.
As fast as I could. With this.
I don't need it anymore.
It was not for your use. It was for me. I heard it all. It was a brave thing Tiny did.
Yes, it was.
That is how my people really are. Without fear. Brave.
What would you have done with the gun, Grandfather?
I would have fought for you, my grandson.
You might have been killed.
I would have fought so that you could have pride in one of your own.
Let's go home, Grandfather.
Come.
Mr. Madden. I have been waiting for you.
You are Taini. You did a brave thing.
I lied. You fought for Killaney. I did something for you. And Bert Shipley, too. Besides, it was Tokala who killed his brother.
Tokala?
Yes, he's at my house. Mr. Dixon and his deputy have gone for him. If I have given you trouble.
Trouble? You saved my life.
I said I'd kill you if you ever went near Madden.
I told it to you. Get the gun, Grandfather.
Squaw! Dirty squaw!
You ain't hiding no more, huh?
That's right, I'm not hiding anymore.
Mr. Madden!
Don't let me know.
You need help.
Listen, Neola. You keep the land and say nothing. I will be glad. I see now you...
This is my grandfather. Didn't take my land from me. From now on, I stand with my own people. None of you did anything for my right to live. Only an Indian girl and an old man. Only they were willing to do something for me.
Mr. Madden.
My name is Neola. That part of me that is white I deny.
Frank. Take her to our house. I'll get a doctor.
Wait. I lied.
You're set to go. Had a nice spread here, Madden.
Something you wanted, Mr. Dixon?
Not exactly. We picked up Takala last night. Taini told us where to find him. He's going to get a fair trial. Thought you'd like to know.
Thanks.
Where you going to go?
Somewhere.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try to find some place that an Indian can own land. I'll sweat, dig, maybe I'll freeze, but I'm going to keep looking.
Let me know where you'll be.
Why?
A lot of folks in Kendall want you back. We're going to try to do something about the land. So keep in touch. We want this to be your home.
As an Indian?
As a man, son. Simply as a man.